welcome to the channel Club Fed True Stories, where I talk about life in a federal prison camp or a federal prison low security for nonviolent, white collar kind of people. So nonviolent is drug dealers, doctors, lawyers, bankers, and again, lots of drug dealers at a camp. Half of it's drug dealers. So it's not all your Martha Stewarts and stuff at camp. We have plenty of drug dealers, but everybody in the camp, I'm going to say, is of the nonviolent nature, nonviolent personalities. See, we smile, we're happy. I'm out of prison. Some guys go to prison and they're never happy again. And those are the kind that usually go to these penitentiaries and these mediums and these state prisons. God, I don't know how they do it. But life in a federal prison camp is much, much different, guys. If you're on pretrial, like a lot of people that I talk to, you might be scared. You might be curious. You'll wonder what it's going to be like. So today's video is about using the bathroom and all that goes with it. So I got some pictures to show you of some bathrooms that I found are pretty much those same bathrooms you will find in a federal prison camp. I was talking to a guy named John today. Shout out to you, John. So this is a question he asked, and he gave me some other topics, do some videos. I also do videos, guys, on, how to get an RDAP, what to say to the judge, how to write character reference letters, when your offensive level, your sentencing guidelines, all that kind of stuff. But I know people, they want to know what it's like on the inside too. So hopefully this will help. Let me show you some pictures I got here. So see this 2-bathroom stall here? That's a typical bathroom in a federal prison camp. You can see I got more pictures here. I got one that's actually exactly, so we have sinks that look just like this. This background that I'm at here, this is what they call a range. These are cubicles. Now this one has bunk beds. Mine did not have bunk beds. We had 2 beds, one on each side. But you see, we had windows, we had a hallway. Maybe there's 8 cubicles on each side, maybe 16 people, 32 in each range. Yeah, and they weren't always full. Right now with the COVID virus going on too, they're not filling up the prisons like they used to. They're holding back a lot of people on pretrial, and they're slowing down the sentencing. I was on pretrial for 4 years, guys, so I know what you're going through. I get calls from people every week, maybe 10 calls a week, and I try to help you guys through this. I'm not a prison consultant. I'm not trying to get money off you guys or nothing. YouTube monetize me now. The commercials might pay for themselves, but I'm not trying to get 10 grand from you like some people out there. I'm the free guy, so you can call me and we could chat, and maybe I can help you through this, answer some of your questions. Let's get back to the bathrooms and I'll get on with that. So here's every range has a bathroom, and my building had 8 ranges, and that's typical. Got 4. It's a 2-story building, so you got 4 ranges on the top, 4 ranges on the bottom, and every range has a bathroom. How many bathrooms is that, guys? That's 8 bathrooms. And everyone on mine, where I went to camp, had 2 stalls for the toilets and 2 for the urinals. Let me show you here. Next picture. This is like exactly. This is exactly 2 urinals, 2 stalls, 4 sinks. And on the other side, there's 4 showers. And I'll show you kind of that in a minute. So here's the rules, guys. Here's the rules, okay? There's not many of them. So John asked me, is there a Mexican bathroom and a black bathroom and a white bathroom? No. Now when it comes to bathrooms, everybody shares. So in a camp, guys, there's not a lot of politics or racism or separatism. There might be racism, but that's all in everybody's head. But there's like no separation. So like when you go to the chow hall, the whites do sit with the whites, the Mexicans sit with the Mexicans, the Filipinos sit with the Filipinos, Samoans sit with the Samoans, Middle Easterns with the Middle Easterns. And they don't really have others like you'll hear in penitentiaries and state prisons. They know they represent middle. They might say Middle Eastern, and they lump all them together, but they're not going to be mixed with the Samoans and with the Filipinos and the Laotians and the Vietnamese and the Koreans. They all like to keep they're they got their proudness. So but you can sit at anybody's table you want. You usually got to be invited, but there's people who mix all the time. There was this little white guy that only hung out with the black kid guys, and he was from their neighborhood, and that's what he wanted to do, and nobody cared. And I had a Samoan buddy from San Francisco. I sat at that table, had dinner with him a couple times. But mostly I sat with all the white guys, and nobody gave me shit. You know, I sat with Salty once. Hey, what's up, Salty? He's from Jordan, and I ate dinner with him at his table once. That's all good. Nobody cares if they can't. I didn't like getting white people to come up to me after. What are you doing? Sit at that other table, man. What are you doing? It's not like that at a camp, guys. We don't play that game. We don't want to play that game. Leave that to the penitentiary guys. Same with the bathrooms. There's now the TV rooms are a little different. There's a white room and a Mexican room and stuff like that. Now it's a little different, and they are a little territorial there in the TV rooms, and that's really about it. But in the bathrooms, yeah, a white guy can use the same toilet as a black guy, not at the same time. Nobody wants to use it at the same time, but there's etiquette and stuff. I'll go on and show you that. So let's say, so here's another picture, typical two urinals and two toilets. So I made the mistake once, guys, and I was new, and there was two guys pissing in the urinal, and I had to piss. I went over to the stall, and and they have lids. Okay, it's not one little toilet like you see in jail. I lifted up the lid and I took a piss, and there's one guy that was pissing there. He heard me, and when I came out, he told me off. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing pissing in the toilet?" And I go, "Well, I had to piss." He goes, "No, you don't ever piss in those toilets ever." I go, "Well, I didn't miss it." He goes, "I don't give a fuck. You wait, or you could. There's 7 other fucking bathrooms, man. Don't piss in the fucking thing." Me and him ended up being really good buddies later on, but we got off to a bad start that day because I kind of mouthed him off when he told me, I didn't know. I was new. Now I probably could have got my ass beat in a penitentiary for that, but it didn't happen in a camp. So when you go use the and all these sinks. So another thing with the sinks, guys, when you brush your teeth in the morning, okay, in a jail you can't even spit in the sink. When you brush your teeth, you're supposed to spit all that in a toilet. It's okay to do that at the prison camps, but you need to wash out the sink after. So normally there's an orderly that cleans all the bathrooms. He don't get paid much. I think $16 a month, but he's got to sweep and mop and scrub every toilet, scrub every sink, and scrub down every shower, disinfect it and sanitize it, and all that stuff. And the whole job maybe takes an hour or two, depending on how much love and care he puts into it. But they'll normally leave towels all over the sink. So, like, not all over, but folded towels kind of placed on top of each sink. So when you're done, you wipe out your sink area, and then you put the towel out so it dries, and you rinse the towel out. And some of the orderlies will hang around their bathroom and they kind of guard it, and they watch any guys who leave a messy sink. So you learn to be clean and your hygiene and everything. So a typical shower kind of looks like this in the prison camp. Now this one has curtains, but most of them have little swinging doors, and they kind of go halfway up to your thing. And I'm not going to get into the showers today. Another video that's more of the showers. Just want to show you kind of what they look like. This is like you have 4 showers on one side, and then you saw with the 2 urinals in the stalls. So first thing when you use the toilet, these toilet gasket things, toilet bowl cover sheets, made of paper, like the picture there. So they don't provide those, but they sell them on commissary. And when it comes to your commissary, hygiene's important, man. You want your shampoo and your soap and your toothbrush and your razors and your shaving gear and all that. But and they provide toilet paper. You get 2 rolls a week. Sometimes you get 4 rolls a week. Don't ask me why. Sometimes you get 4 rolls a week, and sometimes you get 2 rolls a week. That's the way it was. But they sell these toilet paper liners. Okay, so people will buy those, make that part of your hygiene kit. Every toilet's going to have a spray bottle in it, and I've never seen one missing ever. This is one thing they do a good job on, the orderlies, whoever, and they hang it on the top. Sometimes there's one to share for both stalls, but there's always going to be one, and it's a sanitizer. And they always make sure it's full. The orderlies, somebody's always on that, and so you want to spray the toilet and wipe it down before you use it and after you use it. And the next guy comes on, he's going to do the same thing. So you got that, and you got the liner, the toilet paper. So like I said, you get 2 rolls or 4 rolls. Just depends on the guards. Sometimes there's toilet paper already in there, but always bring your roll just in case. Because you never know. That one time, you always use that one toilet, and there's always a roll in there. And that one day you don't bring your roll, that's the day it's not going to be there. So they also sell, like this. These are disposable paper toilet seat covers. I don't know how much they are on commissary, guys. I think they're $2.40 for 24 of them, something like that. So they cost, they could cost you, but it's part of the hygiene. So then people buy these flushable wipes, these wet wipes things. That's another thing you buy on commissary. These wet ones, flushing, fresh and flush. So people buy these too. So you want to make that part of your hygiene, because you're going to spend money on items when you go to prison. So that's one more of them. And that's pretty much how you use the toilet when you go to prison. I got a funny story. You want to stick around. So a lot of people, when you're in there, there's 2 other things people do in those toilets. One is they talk on their cell phones. All right. And you'll be sitting there doing your thing, and you'll hear the guy next to him talking on his cell phone. Another thing people do is, they have little movies on their cell phone with their earbuds on, or they have a dirty magazine and they do their thing in there. And that's just, that's life. Now, in a federal prison camp, we don't have any child molesters, chomos, chesters, whatever. Thank God. There's some gay guys, though. A few. And I remember one day a guard came around, and I was using the sink. Yeah, was I using the sink? Yeah, sink or something. But anyways, me and a couple guys, we heard some noise coming out of one of the stalls. Apparently there was 2 guys in the stall, and it sounded like they were fighting. And the guard comes over and he goes, open up, open up, open up. What are you guys fighting in there? Go open this fucking door right now. Open this fucking door right now. And there was 2 guys there. And then you heard them, it sounded like they were fighting anyways. The guard opens up the door, and they both got their pants down. And one guy says, it's okay, it's my birthday. True story. Happens. Anyways, I know. What are you going to do? See you in the next video.